All right, at this time, we're joined by Coach Mel Tucker. Coach, if you want to start us off with a opening statement, we'll get to questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yes. First, I'd like to thank Iowa for hosting us, safely, and our medical staff and our personnel to continue to give us a chance to compete, with our protocols. And they've done an outstanding job. And we have opportunity to go out and play the game that we love. We have a tremendous amount of work to do. We have to get tougher. We have to be more physical, and we have to play smarter. So as I said, as I continue to say, this is the beginning for us. We trust the process that we have. We have to go back to East Lansing. We have to watch the film. We have to make the corrections, okay, and do the work, okay, and put in the work so we can be tougher, so we can be more physical, so we can play harder, so we can play smarter next week. And that's what has to be done.
All right, great. Our first question goes out to Chris Laurie with the Detroit Free Press.
Hey, Mel, I guess, coming out of the gate, what was it? Was it emotion? Was it a letdown a little bit, maybe coming off the Michigan game? Was it that first drive? What really kind of set the tone today?
Well, I believe they came out and they set the tone at the line of scrimmage and ran the football. And so, I didn't see any indications from a letdown standpoint. You have to give them credit. They came out and they won the battle in the trenches. On defense, we need to be able to set the edge and build a wall, okay, and stop the run and make them one-dimensional and force the quarterback to beat us on a consistent basis from the pocket. And that did not happen. It took us a couple of series before we were able to match the physicality and the tempo in the line of scrimmage, and then we were able to get stops. But they started fast, and I give them credit for that.
We'll next go to Matt Charbonneau.
Mel, I wanted to ask about Rocky. We know he was coming back, kind of a homecoming for him. He really looked like he struggled today. Was he banged up at all during that game? And did you think about taking him out earlier and maybe getting Peyton or some other guys some work in that second half?
No, we did not. We did not talk about taking him out. If he's out there, he's able to play, and so that's what him and anyone else on the team. I mean, this is the ultimate team sport, and so you never want to leave it up to one guy, and collectively we have to play better. Totally unacceptable in terms of the performance. Like, our standard is higher, okay, much higher than what we've shown. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to take a hard look at every single play, every single player. It's going to be an evaluation, then it's going to be corrections, and then we're going to go back to work.
Next, we'll go out to Lindsey Huddleston.
Mel, just curious to know what the tone of your halftime message was, because it seemed that was a very strong, powerful drive after halftime. So what was the tone of that message that got the guys going when they came out of the locker room?
We talk about not looking at the scoreboard. It was not just today; it's any day. And you play the next play. We knew we were going to get the ball to start the half, and we talked about marching down the field and scoring, and we were able to run the ball at times in the first half. We had some runs, we had some opportunities in the passing game, okay? And so we knew that we would be able to do that. Consistency in performance is how you become successful. Consistency in performance, okay? And so right now, it was inconsistent, and this is the result that you get. And so in order for us to be consistent, okay, we have to improve, okay, at every position, offense, defense, and special teams. We lost the field position battle. We lost on special teams, but obviously, and I told the players after the game, and I told them during the game in the second half, okay, the things that we were able to do well, whatever they were, we will build on those things. We will build on those. They will be building blocks, because that's what we're capable of doing. Okay, and then the things that we didn't do well, we will get those things cleaned up. And it's either going to be physical, mental, or structural on each play that we grade. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be one of those three. Okay. And then we're going to go about correcting and fixing those things. However we need to do it. You know, and that's going to be, we have to work harder. Okay. We have to become tougher. We have to be more physical, technique and fundamentals. You know, we have to find guys that can make more plays on special teams. We have to be more relentless. Okay. In all three phases. You know, that's what it's going to take. You know, you have to give them credit. Okay. They came out and established the line of scrimmage and they played good hard-nosed football. We knew that that was a team that could easily have been 2-0 coming into this game. We knew what it was going to be, you know, and so, you know, we're gonna have to build, okay, on this. And there's pain. Okay, people respond to two things. They respond to pain and pressure. Pain and pressure. Okay. And there's a lot of pain right now in our locker room, our coaching locker room and our player locker room. Okay. And we're going to get better by applying pressure on ourselves as coaches and players. Okay. And create an environment that will allow us to improve. Environment and expectations. Environment and expectations are the two biggest indicators to give you a chance to get better. So that's why I'm looking forward to getting back to East Lansing, okay, and getting back to work.
Got it. Thank you for that, Mel.
Our next question will go to Graham Couch with the Lansing State Journal.
Hey, Mel, I'm wondering what conversations you might have had with Rocky during the game or anything he said to you after the game. Just a guy who's been clearly a profound leader for you guys early on, where his head is, and just what you say to a guy like that after what was a game that he said he circled on his calendar for a long time and goes like this.
Yeah, well, you know, he was consistent and emotionally throughout the game. You know, and we talked during the game about continue to play the next play, move on, you know, execution, continue to lead, stay with your players, stay with your guys, stay with them, okay, and keep working. That's what we talked about, okay. And then after the game, we talked about the same thing. You know, because that's what you have to do in this game of football. Okay, and as you build, okay, you're going to get punched in the mouth at times. Okay, and the question is, how do you respond to a loss? Okay, and when your back is against the wall, you got to come out swinging. Okay, and that's the conversation. Okay, and so we're going to find out. But I know there's a process to it. Okay, and he's bought in. Okay, he understands it. Okay, it is what it is. It was not a good day. It was not a good performance. Not just by one phase, but in all three phases. Okay, so we're going back to work relentlessly.
Our next question comes from Rico Beard.
Coach, you kind of answered my question I was about to ask you, is how do you prepare and get your team ready for this Indiana game? Is it possible that we could see some new people at new positions, or, you know, new people coming up from the second string?
Well, everything is predicated on how we do in practice, because everything is earned. There's nothing that's given. There's no set lineup. You know, it's about performance. What have you done today? That will determine who's on the field. you know, and that's, you know, that's just what it is. And there's no gray about it. It's black and white. Who gives us the best chance? And we're going to have opportunities to practice, okay, and compete throughout the week. Okay, we're going to have our pad. We're going to have the pads on. Okay, we're going to have physical practices. Okay, and then we're going to decide, you know, who's going to be on the field, and that's going to be it's a continuous evaluation. Everything is an evaluation every single day. You know, there's nothing set in stone.
Our next question, we go to Matt Wenzel, Live.
Hey, Mel, we saw a lot of Tyler Hunt today at tight end. We didn't see Matt Dotson and Chris Jackson either. I was wondering if you had an update on either of those two players.
Guys are banged up.
Okay, and then secondly, you talked about the run game improvement from last week, and I know you already kind of mentioned the offensive line. And, you know, the line play today. I guess, was there anything else you saw in the, you know, to contribute?
No, I have to look at the tape, you know, and see. It doesn't take much if you're playing against a good stout front. Okay, and if you're not right, okay, then you're not going to be successful. So, you know, we're going to take a close look at it. And I know one thing. I know that when we take a look, we will be able to identify what the problem was, and then we will be able to take the necessary steps to get it fixed, get it fixed, and continue to move forward. You know, but that's what it is. I mean, I can't wait to watch the tape. I'm gonna probably watch the tape they load my laptop up right now, and we'll watch on the bus, watch on the plane. I mean, because the sooner we can watch the tape and the sooner we can find out what happened, the sooner we can get the corrections, and the sooner we can move on to the next game.
Thank you.
Next question goes to Rico Cooney with Spartan Mag.
How you doing, Coach? Weird grab part of my question there, but I'm gonna move into another direction here. Do you think because of the situation with Rocky and the emotions surrounding today's game that maybe he pressed in areas during the game today to make a play?
Yeah, you know, I did not see that. I didn't feel that. You know, I didn't feel that during the week. You know, and so again, you know, we need to watch the tape and find out what happened. You know, you know, we're not just gonna be transparent with each other, but we're gonna be open, which means like communicate what happened, what did you see, what were you thinking, why did you do what you did? Not just him, but on the O-line, running back, tight end, D-line, defensive end, setting the edge and building a wall, linebacker, secondary, special teams, the gunners, you know, directional kicking, you know, all those things, you know. We're just gonna be very open and honest in conversations. That's how we work, you know. And there's no need to press. Trust the process, okay? Own it, what happened, trust the process, do not lie to yourself. Okay, we got beat today, okay, in all three phases. Okay, now what's next? What's next? And then go about doing that. Okay, because we've got a lot of work to do, a lot of work, because we need to build. We need to build. We got to find what we can build on. Okay, what we can build on and start there. And we got to get some things cleaned up, and that's why we're here. That's our job.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, we'll take two final quick ones here. Chris Solari, followed by Matt Charbonneau, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Mel, I know you kind of mentioned a little bit with the offensive line. You kind of went with a set group right there. Where do you feel you guys are at depth wise, particularly with Matt Allen being out? And is that a place where you kind of need to maybe build that depth to generate more in the run game?
Yeah, I mean, we have the players that we have. And when you talk about depth, you know, it's like whoever's out there, those are the guys we feel like give us the best chance. And we're always, your job as a coach is to teach, motivate, and develop players. Do we need to develop our guys? Yes. Not just the backups, we need to develop the starters. You know, and at every single position. Okay, there's no excuses, no explanations. Football is a game of injuries. Guys are going to be out. Guys are going to be banged up. You know, that's going to be the case. Okay, and then it's the next man up. And if you're on the field, you're a starter. Okay, so we're going to continue to build. We're going to continue to develop guys. Okay, and we got, you know, we have a week, okay, to do it. Okay, and so we got serious work to do, like right away, immediately.
All right, we'll go out to Matt Charbonneau for the last one for Coach.
Mel, I just wanted to ask you about Antoine Simmons. We saw him out for long stretches, a little bit here and there. Was an injury thing with him, or was just you like some other combination? Just curious, you know, why we saw him kind of in and out.
Yeah, well, obviously he's our leader on defense, okay, and obviously he's a playmaker, okay. And when he gave us what he could give us, and when he was out there, he was gone. And when he was not out there, he was not able to go, okay. And so he played hard while he was out there, you know, and that's what it is. It's not just at that position. There's other positions where, you know, you have what you have. You guys go how they can go, and if a guy can't go for whatever reason, then another guy goes in and he's got to go in there and make plays. You know, and then you have to fight, and you got to continue to battle and continue to press forward. You know, we're not looking for explanations like or excuses for why we didn't get it. We weren't able to get it done today. That's not what we're all about. That's not what we're all about. If you're on the field, okay, then you're expected to be able to execute and have the physicality and the technique and fundamentals it takes to win your one-on-one and win your box, okay? So there's a tremendous amount of work that has to be done. And every player on our team is being coached, okay, and is to be on the field, and we need to develop, okay? We have a tremendous amount of work to do, okay? But we are motivated to do the work that's necessary to get our guys better and get our guys prepared for our next game. So that's where we are.
All right, Coach, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate what you guys do. Thank you so much.